ain't here to make no friends.
The psychological sewer of Australian television.
It's the absolute cesspit of TV.
I'm not here to make friends with you guys. I could care less.
I'm not here to make friends.
I'm not here to make friends.
Yeah, right. You're not here to make friends.
She's not here to make any friends.
I'm not here to make friends.
What?
Let's be friends. Kumbaya, my love. No.
G'day, guys. It's the Not Here to Make Friends podcast with me, James Weir, and Carla Bignaska. Biggs, my friend.
Hello. 1 week away from you seemed like an eternity.
It did. I know, but then that cloud of Lynx deodorant descended down around us, and it really just took us back to the place where we were supposed to be, whether we liked it or not.
The Bachelor Mansion, or in this case, the Bachelorette's mansion.
Right. You're right, because it's been a week since the girls have left the mansion, and now they've wheeled the guys in, and it gave the producers a full week, and they needed this because, with social distancing, they just needed to Glen 20 the joint, but also pull all the stray hairs out of the shower drain and wash all the fake tan stains out of the white towels.
Gross.
But, we've done the best that we can, and the bus of guys has rolled in.
Yeah.
And, someone asked me this morning, they said, I didn't watch the premiere of The Bachelorette. What are the kind of guys that have applied for this season?
Sure.
And the way I described it was, on your Facebook page, how you've got your friends requests, and they've been there for a decade because they're all the losers that you went to school with, and you're just ignoring them and pretending that you haven't seen the request. That's who these guys are. That's who we're dealing with. It's your Facebook suggested friends.
Oh, no. So they wouldn't be in your top 5, or was it top 8 on MySpace?
Oh, yeah, something like that.
And then they're not in your suggested friends on Facebook, and then the ones that you're not even going to bother with.
I'm just ignoring. And then when you go home for Christmas, you run into them at like Coles, and they go, I keep sending you friends requests. And you go, did you? I didn't see it.
I keep waving at you. What is that wave thing? I don't care. I made some notes, and I don't know if you want me to just rattle them off.
Yeah, well, what's the agenda? I'll take minutes.
Okay, can you write this down? Ready? Here we go. From the top. Snot green goblets.
Oh, yeah, because Osher has his snot green ones.
It's gross.
I feel, okay, just to hover on this point for a second, I felt so sad the moment last night's cocktail party started, and all the guys were drinking out of Scotch glasses, and we didn't get the tacky red champagne flutes that we usually get.
It's true, and I noticed it. I was like, oh, does that make, not Ellie, the other one, does that make it, does it make it hotter that she drinks like hard liquor from a, Scotch
My
glass?
kind of lady.
Yeah.
My kind of lady. I noticed that too.
But no, it doesn't.
They're country girls.
Yeah. Oh, God. Could they say that one more time?
I know. They really hammered it home last night.
Genuine.
Genuine sunny country girls.
You like the country. It's a country date. Stop saying country.
I know. Oh, did you notice? Just with the word country, our favourite thing, or our least favourite thing that Osher does at the beginning of every new season is he makes up a new rose and invents new rules around it. And we had the country rose, and then everyone starts going, oh, the country rose. And I was just flipping out going, stop it. Now all I can think about is a Faith Hill CD, because that's what it sounds like the name of. Faith Hill, Country Rose.
Out now. At all good record stores.
At our good HMVs.
I feel like the episode for me is just a bit scattergun, which is why I've made a shopping list of things. So
what was your next
stop
point?
Me. So after snot green goblets, I've got Harry satin black shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Awful. Revolting.
Where do you even find a satin black shirt?
I don't even know. 1999? Probably.
Y2K.
Mr. Polynesia 2017.
Yeah, he was wearing a sash, wasn't he?
No, that's the Italian guy who's a PT. Mr. Polynesia was wearing the Powie Shell frickin' necklace, leather thong with a jade M or something on it. Terrible. A man in a necklace is not for anyone.
Look, you and I have strong thoughts about man jewellery.
Yeah, not good.
Mr. Polynesia.
2017. I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
2017. So it wasn't even 2019. So he's really hanging on to the title.
Yeah, for 3 years at least. And not back-to-back titles either,
No.
Not unless it's like a quarterly, like a every 4-year thing or, I don't know.
But no, look, sometimes you just get one moment of glory in your life and you've got to milk it for all it's worth.
You've got to hold on to that, babe. I don't even know your name, but there you go. He's the one that's gone on the date.
Yeah.
He's one of them. I don't know. Oh, no,
the New Zealand guy,
Kite surfing instructor in the yodeling hat.
No. Do you know what hat that was?
What is it?
So that's a steampunk hat.
Okay, I missed it.
So the steampunk trend, it was...
It's not a trend.
No,
it was a thing.
It was a thing. I went to South Africa last year and there was this, like I walked into this coffee shop just wanting a cup of coffee and it was a steampunk themed cafe and everyone was wearing those hats and the steampunk goggles. And I left. I thought, I'm just going to find it like a normal, like, is there a coffee club around here? Because I don't need a steampunk themed cafe.
No one wants that. Who even asked for that?
No. What really got
confused.
me is, I mean, who on earth wears a steampunk hat and steampunk goggles? But who goes to a party with someone wearing a steampunk hat and spends 5 hours not asking them about it?
That's true.
Why did no one ask him?
Because I missed the start of it and I just came into it. I was like, oh, all right.
It was never acknowledged.
Really?
It was never acknowledged.
Oh, God.
If you wear a steampunk hat, you have got to acknowledge
Okay, well, I
it.
called it a yodeling hat. I'm sorry, bro, but, you know.
But he was a, what was it, a surf? No, it was a
kite instructor.
It was a
Kite
kite
surfing
instructor. I mean,
instructor,
is that
kite
still
surfing.
even a sport? I
Yeah.
feel like that was a thing in the 80s.
Yeah, but kite surfing, and then there was a wakeboarder.
Yeah, I know.
And
I know, I saw
my
that.
husband said, oh, wakeboarder, what's that? And I said, it's the thing, it's the guy like what Bindi Irwin's married to, one of those champions.
Yes.
He didn't understand.
Chandler.
I said, the wake, the top of the wave, the crest as it rolls in and you get on a board and you go tow by a rope behind the boat and that's what it is. And he goes, oh, I thought that was called waveboarding. So I married an idiot.
You did. I'd also like to note he wasn't just a wakeboarder. It made a note of calling him a professional wakeboarder.
Professional, yeah.
Not just on the weekends, Biggs.
Yeah, no, not just a vacational wakeboarder. Okay, I've also got here Beetlejuice man bun.
Oh, so, okay. The Beetlejuice man bun, but also I feel like we had a revolving door of about 7 guys with long hair.
Yeah, yep.
Have they either had man buns or just let it sort of like
crazy.
a Pantene ad?
I wrote the next one down, Tim Minchin.
Yes. Oh, Tim Minchin, that's who it was.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I couldn't put my finger on the recall that I had with some of these guys, but the one that stood out to me, because I just thought, I'm not going to remember any of your names. You all look the same with long hair.
Yeah.
One, though, had an upper ear cartilage piercing.
Okay.
He really stood out for me.
Did he? Anything about his personality other than the weird cartilage?
No, he just had a cartilage earring.
Okay, all right, okay. Was he the one that did the David Attenborough impersonation? Or was that Tim Minchin?
No, I think that was Tim Minchin. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
okay.
yes.
What was with that? Someone somewhere along the lines told him, you know what's so funny? You're so good at that.
Here's a bit.
You should do it. You should totally do it. Gets all the girls.
Do your David Attenborough bit. Come on, stand out from the pack. It ran on about 7 minutes too long.
Way too long.
You know, and just
Way
when I
too
thought
long.
it ended, it didn't.
No, it kept going. It kept going.
Yeah.
It was that point I was making a peppermint tea.
Oh, yeah.
And contemplating life. And it just kept going.
Yeah. Well, do you know when I started contemplating life?
When was that?
When the guy dressed as Cupid started walking down the path and he held up a bow and
next one.
arrow. Yeah, he held up a bow and arrow and I thought, I want you to shoot me in the fucking face. Like, seriously, just go straight for the eye. I don't care which one.
James,
your choice.
I'm not even kidding me. The next one, Jake, missing a Mardi Gras float, question mark.
Yes. Do you know what I thought he looked like? I
What?
saw it and I thought, oh, God, not again. Kylie Minogue's, one of her backup dancers is on the loose. He's broken free of the
He's gone
Aphrodite
astray.
tour and now he's on the set of The Bachelor.
It's funny you bring up Kylie because I did send you a message, and the one time when my husband wasn't an idiot and was remotely funny.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, this is terrible. Like, what is this? I go, they're sisters. He's like, yeah. And he goes like, one's Kylie. And I go, yeah. And the other one's Danny.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah. One's pretty and the other, and he goes, put a needle on it. And I was like, brilliant.
Put the needle on it. Put the needle. And I believe in that film clip, she's lying down on a large piece, on a large LP disc, and it just keeps rotating
Spinning
for the whole
around.
3-minute track.
Great track, though.
Oh,
Love
brilliant
it.
track.
Yeah.
I mean, who didn't dance to that at Palms in Sydney?
Seminal hit in the
It was
20 years ago.
Who do you think's the Kylie and who's the Danny? I mean, I think it's pretty
It's obvious.
Ellie.
Yeah.
Ellie's the Kylie.
Yeah, because I
Becky.
didn't even remember Becky's name.
No, I've had to write it down and keep it in front of me.
Yeah,
I just
okay.
circled it then.
But
so.
I remember Danny, though.
Yes.
I remember Danny.
Oh, she's. How do you forget
The best,
Danny?
the best.
Well, you know, Kylie and Danny. That's a good comparison between the two. I also
had a better
thought.
one.
Look, as soon as this started, I thought we need to establish the hierarchy of the sisterhood here. Who's the Marsha Brady and who's the Jan Brady?
Correct.
We find out by the end of the night, but we will get to that shortly. Tell me what else am I writing down in the minutes?
Well, we've already on the minutes. Also, you need to. We've mentioned Rudy, the Italian PT instructor. I didn't quite figure out why he was wearing a sash.
Sash. PT.
So yeah. What about this one? I actually liked. We'll park this one, but I want you to write this down. AB. AB.
Oh,
Or
AB. Okay.
AB.
Yeah, AB. So The guy, he was a cruise ship dancer.
Is that what?
I mean, God, try and just compete with the dizzying heights of entertainment next to AB. God.
He'd be very flexible.
He has probably seen some serious bouts of dysentery on board those cruise ships.
Well,
he's a survivor,
They
clearly.
are floating petri dishes of just human just awfulnness.
I know. Well, his name's AB.
AB.
He goes by the initials, just AB, but he did introduce himself he walked up to the girls. He didn't walk. He gyrated up to the girls.
Yeah.
He ignored Ellie, and I've just got to look at what the other girl's name is. Becky.
Becky, yeah.
Then
the other one, yeah.
He gyrated over to Becky and just ignored Ellie. And God, you know when I love the dialogue, when it just gets into that pitter-patter territory, and
Yeah.
it's just, you can just feel the sexual tension just coming off it. Here's what happened.
Enchanté. Mademoiselle. Je m'appelle Abdul.
Je m'appelle Rebecca.
Enchanté. What type of coffee you like?
Oh, I like a piccolo and almond milk.
Almond milk.
Never has a conversation about milk substitute been so sexy. You know, I always hate, though, I don't know whether this is just me, but when someone orders their coffee really loudly and they say, but can I get that on almond milk? I go, don't tell me about your gut problems. I didn't need to know that. And that's what they're saying as soon as they say almond milk.
It's an
or
in for
soy.
conversation, or maybe that's why.
It is, yes.
Maybe that's a good conversation starter.
Well, look, I don't know why he didn't pick up that thread. I mean, I would have enjoyed just a 7-minute conversation about Becky's gut issues.
Yeah, and the fact that she's on probiotics and try and avoid gluten.
Yes, all that stuff.
Snooze.
So we had
All right.
AB. He's
So
going to
AB
come back later in the conversation, by the way.
Okay, good, yes, because I have many points on him. Dolphin guy.
Yes.
Last point.
Yes. Okay. So this is the last point.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's dive a little bit further.
Yeah.
Pun intended. With Dolphin Guy. What?
Yes.
Okay. So what I love straight up top is this show isn't about finding love for Ali because we've got her sorted like 2 minutes in. Her hot ex Joe.
Yeah. Not
shows
hot.
up. You don't think he's hot?
No, not at all. Looks like a wingnut.
I've just been referring to him to everyone as Hot Joe.
No, why? I wouldn't even know you if you said, that guy that looks like his mum and his dad are brother and sister and they procreated, then I would be like, oh yeah.
Look, he did look like some people that I went to school with in North Queensland, and
No, I mean, look, I'm sure he's a lovely guy. Not for me.
not for you. Look,
But I mean,
really liked him. He was
I
a
didn't know his
tradie.
name. He's Bob the Builder to me.
Yeah, well, look, as soon as I saw him in those Blundstones, I mean, he had my heart, Carla Bignaska. But my point is, so Ali's already sorted. So they've dated, they've had sex before. We know that, she's going to
They've got
end up with
history.
him. Now we just need to find a guy for Becky. I wonder whether we can find a guy who's as forgettable as Becky is. Because, but I just feel like it's slim pickings out there, and the producers, I mean, they've got her sisters back, but they're just trying to make a joke out of Becky because our favourite thing happened 2 minutes in and the circus music starts playing.
Yeah.
Freak show
The
alert.
best. But you know it's going to be fireworks.
Yes, a lion riding upside down on a unicycle is about to come down. Before we even see this guy, we know that he's a weirdo because this is what we hear. It's the dolphin guy.
Wonder if she can make any animal noises. Goose is like... I'm quite proud of who I am. See, I'm very unique. So I think that's what I need to get across.
Hello.
Hello, Samuel.
Samuel.
Lovely to meet you. Oh, I could even do a guinea pig noise. Like... I'd like to do this thing that I do for my mum. It's called a dolphin kiss, and it goes like this. And then it rains down.
Right. What you do with your mum in your own time, Samuel, is, something for closed doors.
And he kept telling people that he was making those dolphin sex noises for his mum.
Yeah.
And that she loves it.
Yeah,
and
I embrace weird. I love weird.
I know.
But that is next level weird.
Look, I've seen this colour on you before, Big Nasker, and it's usually when I come in and start telling you about my dating life, and I can just tell, look, hands off, he's Becky's. I can tell that you're into the dolphin guy. He's not yours,
right.
you're married.
And,
let Becky have one.
Well, sadly, he didn't make the cut because...
Oh, no, they got rid of him.
Yeah, who would have thought? I mean...
Look, I saw him and I thought, finalist. He's going to be there till the end.
I think, did he confuse the show, cast him for, Red Faces or something? Because...
Wow, Red Faces, haven't haven't thought about that in a long time.
Since the 90s, I know.
Since the 90s. But I
other-
love when a blackface scandal resurfaces from those days on Red Faces.
And everyone forgets that there's been millennia in between.
Yes.
And now context and time. Okay, I should have said maybe Australia's Got Talent.
Yeah, no.
That's a better show he could have auditioned for.
And full circle, isn't Danny Minogue judge on that?
There you go. There you go.
There you go. I mean, it's just synchronicity with this show. Well, it was like, how do you top the dolphin guy?
You can't.
You can't produce, but producers do. They found a way. They went out of their way to find a geologist who shows up with his rock collection and gives an in-depth description about the rocks.
What a gem.
So this is bauxite. It's really special because it forms due to hydrothermal alteration of an ultramafic host rock, and it has a mineralogical association with gold in bauxite carbonate quartz veins.
God,
Wow, that's
I
so hot.
love
Oh
when
my God.
I know.
That got me rock hard.
I know. Yes, it did. I can tell.
Wowza.
God, I love when a guy talks geology to me.
You know, there's 12.5 million men in Australia, and that's the best they come up with?
What? Are you saying you don't like the hot geologist?
I mean,
I started just fantasizing about my life with him and just kicking back on a Friday night on the couch. And, I thought, I could just picture him grabbing his big, thick textbook and just reading from it, but a sexy science passage. And, then just in the throes of passion, I'd grab his face and just go, yes, tell me more about iron ore, phosphates.
I don't even know.
I could really just picture my life with the geologist.
Yeah, just dusting his rock collection.
I know, sorry. I've just fantasized way too much about that.
I mean, I feel like you need to change your Tinder and Grindr parameters.
What?
Yeah.
My Grindr bio is babes only.
Well, now it needs to be more specific.
What do I need to change about
only
that?
Into rocks.
Babes only.
Babes only. / geologists want to get my rocks off. Something like that.
Maybe. See, it's about specificity.
Yeah.
Did I pronounce that word right?
Yes, specificity. Yes, you did.
It's about being specific.
Yeah. Maybe you'd get better than Broom Guy and, old mate that keeps sending you nudes.
Look, I've got my fingers in many pies.
Okay,
None
right.
of them have faces on their profiles, but...
See... Wasn't Indiana Jones a geologist? Or was he an archaeologist?
He was an archaeologist.
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah.
What was Ross on Friends?
Paleontologist.
That's it.
He was into dinosaurs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was almost going to say paleontologist, but that's what Pete Evans is.
No. He would wax lyrical about his shit almond milk. You know it.
He would.
Yeah.
He would.
Yeah, I've just been milking those almonds all day.
Look, he's probably got some saved Instagram Live videos that we can go back and watch about it.
How do they make almond milk? You can't milk them.
I don't know.
Do you crush them?
Remember when he was really into activated almonds? And then we all made fun of him.
Yeah.
But then activated almonds became mainstream and now you can buy them in the supermarket. I mean, we were the idiots.
I like lazy ones. I just want ones that sit around and do nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I like lazy, lazy
almonds.
ones. Lazy almonds.
Yeah. Anyway, we digress.
Yeah. I mean,
right.
who else were we dealing with last night?
You liked hot geologist and you like cartilage guy.
Yeah. Oh, well, with Hot Geologist, I've seen tonight's episode, so the second episode already.
Any spoilers?
The geologist guy, we're making fun of him. We all thought he was a big dork, but he gets super hot tonight. There's a shirtless scene, and then he rips his long hair out, and there's a slow motion flick.
We saw the promo for that.
Oh, has
at
that
the
already
end.
played? Oh, okay.
And then a photo shoot?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, and they're all oiled up.
It's steamy.
The storyline is pointing towards the other men of the household being jealous over the photo shoot.
Yes.
Does that unfold into anything
that
spectacular?
Unfolds, but I've got to
do
say,
any of them else take their clothes off?
Yeah, they all do. But you know what?
Okay.
I was looking at tonight's episode, going, how do you even recap this? Because it's just some people standing around shirtless. I mean, none of them are spectacular.
Why is that not
none of them?
a good thing
None of them
for
are
you?
spectacular. I mean, if you think back to 8 weeks ago when The Bachelor premiered, and we had an angry redhead tearing into Ariba who was eating a service station sandwich, who then said, "May I help you?" Or "Can I please assist?" Whatever she said.
Yeah, I mean, again, not memorable by name, but also by character.
Yes.
And all the guys are like, but I've given them all names, and I can sort of see where they're all going. The other thing is, can we circle back to AB now?
Yes, so
Okay.
AB. So my big problem with AB is, so when he gyrated up to the girls, he ignored Ali. He really zoned in on Becky.
Yep.
And he made quite a point of showing his attraction to her.
Yeah.
And they had that hot conversation about milk substitutes.
Yeah.
Then, it's kind of this build-up. I mean, she's totally not into him, but she's got 7 other weirdos that she needs to get rid of.
Yeah.
And she thinks, okay, well, look, I can just be gyrated on for the next 2 weeks. He's not for me. I don't like him, but bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
Like the dolphin guy.
Yeah.
So she just gives him a rose anyway at the rose ceremony, but then he rejects her.
Plot twist, throws it back at her.
Plot twist. I mean, there's several things that I want to discuss here. Mm-hmm. We have known on this show that the Bachelor or Bachelorette always says, will you accept this rose? But I don't think any of us ever thought that the option was there to decline it.
Yeah, that's
true. Did you know that?
Well, also, I've never met someone who hasn't wanted to stay on the show to extend their 15 minutes of fame.
That's what I thought. Well, because I thought,
I actually respect him for tapping out.
No, so this is what I thought. So he's...
Why? They're going to bring him back in another challenge.
No. He's at the dizzying heights of the cruise ship dance world.
Yeah.
He's probably got a TikTok channel where he puts his dances on.
Yeah, sure.
I think he just wanted to sort of come in, grab his cash and get out. He wanted to go in, do his dance on TV, go in hot, do his dance, show off his moves, and then just get out, get the followers, but not have to put up with any of the wreckage, before he gets turned into a villain, before anything bad happens.
And I think the girls were genuinely shocked. Everyone just kind of went, what?
Well,
this has never happened in the history of the show.
I mean, and Becky just looked heartbroken, not because she liked him, but I mean, it is just humiliating to get dumped by a cruise ship dancer who you don't even like on your own show.
Yeah, on national television.
Show.
Yeah.
You're dumping me. This is my show.
Yeah. Let me have the last word.
Yes.
No, I didn't want to give it to you anyway, but I just didn't want to give it the dolphin guy.
Yes.
So I'd rather you than the dolphin guy, but now I don't have to have either of you, so that's fine.
Yeah. So, we just swiftly got rid of 3 guys.
Which is fine.
But I just, she was very gracious about it. But I think it was so unfair because producers obviously had Ellie's back and they set her up with Hot Joe. They've had sex before. They're going to end up together. And then, Becky just gets dumped by a dancer on TV. And I thought that's where it really established who is the Jan Brady and who is the Marsha Brady.
Yeah.
Ellie's the Marsha, Becky's the Jan.
Yeah.
And we are so going to have a Marsha situation
it is.
In about 5 weeks.
And look, both girls are beautiful. I'm sure they both have their qualities, but super confusing that they get to choose from the same pool of men.
Yeah, because we were wondering
cool.
a few weeks ago how this was going to work. We thought, would they get different sort of selections of men to...
No,
they're all the same.
It's the same pool of men they get to choose from. And if one guy goes, oh, yeah, I kind of like the look of Ellie, instantly attracted to her, but then gets to know her and goes, ooh, wet sock, I'd like to have a crack at Becky now.
I know.
Can he do that? Or is that just weird?
Or what if, one of the guys really likes Ellie and then she decides that she doesn't like him, but he wants to stay in the show, so then he just starts hitting.
Yeah, that's right. He wants to continue his 15 minutes of fame, and in order to do so, needs to win the affections of the other sister.
I know, and then...
It's very confusing. I mean, love in general is very confusing. This has just made it twice as difficult.
Yeah.
I can't unravel it.
Me either.
I just wish I wish one was skins and one was shirts, or one had a blue bib and one had a red bib, and red bib was Team Becky and blue bibs were Team Ellie.
Yes.
Then I'd understand.
Yes.
But they all stand together and they all get to choose. I have sisters. We fight like bitches.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, not over men, but over stuff.
Did you ever see?
It would be hard.
I think it was in the last year. I mean, just talking about fighting like bitches. I mean, I saw in the headlines over the last year there was this really great fight on the Kardashians, and one of them threw Kim into a wall.
Sure.
Have you ever done that as an adult?
As an adult.
Because I think there is nothing more unsophisticated than having a scrag fight with your siblings, like you would when you were 9.
Yeah.
Did anyone in your house ever chase anyone with a knife?
No, coat
That's
hangers.
what we did.
A knife?
Yeah.
This is a knife. What over?
TVs, stuff.
Yeah, the remote control.
Yeah, remote control.
Yeah,
Who ate all
okay.
the TV snacks?
No, I mean, we definitely physically fought, but not with a knife. Like other things.
Yeah. Have you ever pulled a knife on someone?
No. Is this now like a police interrogation?
I'm just saying, look, if you really need to prove a point, sometimes.
What's with that makeshift shiv you've got behind your back, James? What are you not telling me?
I've just fashioned your Coke can into a shoe.
No, I've never pulled a knife out on anyone. I hope it doesn't come to fisticuffs between Becky and Ellie. I just find it super strange that they have to fight for the affections of the same 18 now men or 16? I think 16.
Yeah, 16.
16 men.
Yeah.
Because in any given scenario, like, who I would go for is not who my sister would go for.
No.
Like, we have such different tastes. And then to think that they could choose and swap and go between them, it's just bizarre.
I know.
It doesn't sit well with me, James.
It doesn't sit well with me either, but I feel like producers, I mean, they were just sitting around a table thinking, you know what? It's not weird enough that this show is just about one girl dating 20 guys at once. It needs to be two sisters dating 20 of the same guys at once.
Of the same guys.
Of the same guys. We need to make this weirder. We need to make it weirder. You know what would be great? If it was a mother-daughter tag team.
Oh, now we are talking.
Yeah.
Didn't they do that in Big Brother years ago?
I don't
Crystal?
know. Oh, maybe.
Crystal and her mum went in and they didn't tell the rest of the housemates that they were related. And that was their big secret.
I love that.
Tag team and mum and daughter.
Mother-daughter tag team. See, I feel like in this business meeting, they said sister, and they all got excited. I just wish I was there to say, no, that's your first idea. Yeah. Let's take it 5 more years on. A mum and a grandma.
Oh, heaven.
Yes.
Yes.
Shake it up.
Oh, my God.
See, never go with the first idea.
You see, that's the thing. Like, no idea is a bad idea, but there are much better ones out there.
There are more. Sometimes you just got to push yourself.
Well, that is an envelope I would like to see pushed.
Yeah.
Grandma. Look, there are plenty of grandmas out there that are widowers.
Yes.
That are looking for love.
Yes, and I've read reports that STDs are on the rise in elderly communities.
Yeah.
Because
gets around like COVID.
It does. And in these nursing homes, and they don't use protection because obviously babies aren't an issue.
They're like, wait, I'm not going to get pregnant.
But then STIs.
Brilliant. I only hope that for us. I wish that for us for the future, James.
Yeah, I know.
That I'm active in the nursing home that I get gonorrhea.
And then, would you just be really smug then when like your grandkid came and they were like, "Oh, do you need me to get any prescriptions for you?" And then you just bring out like the gonorrhea script and just be like, "Yep, happen again. Can you just pick up more? Can you just pick up more chlamydia tablets for me?"
Yeah, Grandma's been busy.
Grandma's been busy.
Going on the Bachelorette next week. Amazing.
Yeah.
We should have been brought on as producers.
I think so. Consulting
Channel 10,
credit.
If you need consultants, we are
credit.
here and ready and able.
Yeah, I mean, from now on, I mean, it's kind of all... The first episode ends with Becky being dumped by a cruise ship dancer on her own show.
Side note is back on Tinder if you want to look him up.
Oh,
AB.
he is?
Yeah.
Okay, so we end on such a downbeat note at the premiere, and like we've still got 7 weeks to go. It's only downhill from here. Like, we didn't even start on a high.
Wow,
we started at rock bottom.
Oh, but the only way is up.
Is it?
I guess. I don't know. We could be scraping.
Look, Carla, as you know, I am known for my optimism, and even I have to say.
Well, look, I look forward to an extremely bland country-styled wedding. Country-styled date. Sorry.
Yeah.
A country date next week.
Yeah.
Or is that tonight? That's tonight.
No. Tonight it's so.
Don't they go on a double date?
Yeah, they go on a double date. It's a helicopter trip over Wollongong. Like, it's
Greater Wollongong, specifically like Shalaba, Gerringong. Where are we going?
No, not Gerringong. That's too beautiful.
Okay.
No, we start off on the coast and then we just end up in like some brown plains,
wow.
and then they have to like chase some cattle around.
I told you it's a country date.
It's not like But when you say country date, it makes it seem sort of picturesque and like there's a cute cafe nearby and an antique store.
But they keep banging on about the country date.
No, this is like just on a drought-ridden rural property.
Okay, right, okay.
And
that some junior producer's dad owns, they could get for free.
Because, I mean, they've wasted all their budget with, COVID, lockdown. They only
CGI
had so much...
he's not Andrew G anymore. What's his name?
Osher.
CGI and Osher into background and stuff because he wasn't there because of Masked Singer and whatever else.
They
spent all the money on his CGI.
On his CGI.
And his badly fitting shiny suits.
Can I just say they're doing great things with CGI lately? I mean, have you seen a lot of the stuff happening on the talk shows? We spoke about it a few weeks ago on Drew Barrymore's new talk show.
You love that.
I do. And they had the Charlie's Angels reunion. And then at the very end, they just say bye. And we all thought Cameron Diaz was sitting with them in studio. And then like she just like fades like out. out.
Like a hologram.
And like Lucy Liu's like whacking her hand through the vision of Cameron Diaz. She wasn't real.
Wow.
So they could have done that with Osher.
Yeah, they could have.
They could have.
They didn't.
No.
They put him in post.
It makes me wonder why they didn't CGI better people in. Why didn't we just CGI everyone?
Well, I mean, that's another great Bachelor idea. Single guy and his sex robots.
Yes.
You know, like which one does he like the most?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we are. Listen, we are a think tank.
And
you need us, we're here.
The robots end up having better taste than humans and rejecting
Take over the world.
the guys.
Amazing.
Well, yeah. So like we said, the only way is down, but we'll be following the descent every
yeah.
week on Not Here to Make Friends. You can catch up wherever you get your potties from, Apple, Spotify, where other places, aren't we?
Yes, you can also go to YouTube now.
The news.com.au YouTube channel.
Make sure you subscribe to that. I've earmarked a little video that I want to watch for later. It's Dogs Are Our New Weapon Against COVID. Dogs detect COVID.
Is that new?
I don't know, but I'm convinced that my dog is a cancer detection dog because he always goes to the same mole on my leg.
Oh.
And always wants to sniff it. It's really weird.
Maybe.
It's also
you
his
haven't
nose
felt
height.
the need to get it checked out.
I did, but it's not. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's just a weird growth.
He's just a mole licker.
It's just a weird growth.
Yeah.
Do you have an old lady dog?
Well, no.
Not because I'm saying you're an old lady. It's just
none taken.
I mean, I don't like dogs, and I hate them even more when I find out they're old lady dogs.
In my mind, an old lady dog is like a wiry terrier type
one
thing.
of those like
and it's got one bulging eye.
Yeah, and it looks like it's got a yeast infection in the eyes,
and
it's like
snaggletooth.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
No.
It looks like Harry McClary, but
Yes.
white and decrepit.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
I'm
Old lady
on
dog.
board with the old lady dog.
But everyone acts like they're cute,
No,
and
they're not. And also, Chinese crested dogs are ugly. Yeah, they're ugly. They're not cute ever. I don't like those dogs.
Me either.
They're strange. No, my dog's awesome.
Yeah,
but definitely not as smart as those ones that you are now showcasing on YouTube, as we will be there as well. So make sure you subscribe to YouTube.
Rate,
news.com.au.
subscribe,
5
leave
stars.
comments, read the recaps on news.com.au. We're doing it every week. Catch you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.